We're all taught that friends are, the ultimate stress buffer. They're the people you call when everything just falls apart. But what if your closest confidant is actually, like, altering your DNA?
It sounds like sci-fi, honestly.
Right. Welcome to your custom deep dive. Today we're unpacking this really fascinating March 2026 paper by Klatch called Social Dynamics and Wellness. And it completely redefines what it means to protect our health.
Yeah, because we traditionally think of wellness as diet or exercise,
Yes.
right? But this research shows that the people we surround ourselves with are actively shaping our cellular makeup.
Okay, let's unpack this. I like to think of it like a smartphone with a really bad background app.
Oh, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, you don't even realize it's running, but it's just silently draining your battery until your phone completely dies.
Yeah.
How does a bad friendship actually cause that kind of physical drain?
Well, the researchers introduce a clinical term for those background apps. They call them hasslers.
Hasslers, wow.
Yeah, and they measured the precise impact. Every single hassler in your social network accelerates your biological aging by 1.5%.
And we should clarify for you listening, that's not chronological years.
Oh, no, it's biological.
Right, the paper measures this through DNA methylation. Basically, these are chemical tags that attach to your DNA and act like an epigenetic clock. It shows the actual wear and tear condition of your bodily tissues.
Exactly. And just one chronic drain accelerates that clock. Interpersonal stress triggers your HPA axis, which is your body's primary stress response system.
So it starts pumping out excess cortisol.
Right, which drives systemic inflammation. And over time, that chronic inflammation leads to cognitive declines. You see actual drops in episodic memory and executive function.
Okay, so if the physical toll is that severe, the stress clearly isn't just staying in their brain, it's literally transferring into ours. How does someone else's bad mood become my cellular inflammation?
It's all about contagious depression. It's driven by our mirror neurons. Humans are literally wired to internalize the emotions of others.
Which is usually a good thing for empathy, right?
Normally, yes, but when a friend is constantly distressed, those mirror neurons force you to experience that exact same distress, and that usually leads to this thing called co-rumination.
Which is just like the endless rehashing of problems. But wait, here's where it gets really interesting. Isn't talking through problems exactly how we build intimacy?
Yeah, that is the ultimate socio-emotional trade-off.
Right, like if I'm vulnerable with someone, we hash things out, we get closer. Are you saying that's actually harmful?
Well, co-rumination does build immense trust, absolutely. But the cost is a massive spike in your risk for a clinical depressive episode.
Oh, wow.
It ties into homophily, which is our tendency to associate with people similar to us. Because we have this deep drive to maintain that similarity, emotional contagion just kicks into overdrive.
So we unconsciously alter ourselves to mirror a peer's depressive levels.
Exactly, just to preserve the bond and avoid losing the relationship.
Okay, but if our mirror neurons are effectively hijacking our HPA axis and literally aging us, shouldn't our biological imperative be to run away? Why do our brains keep us locked in these toxic loops?
Because the psychological traps keeping us there are just incredibly deep-seated.
Like guilt over a shared childhood history. The sources talk about how having that long past makes us feel terrible about pulling away.
That and what they call loyalty debts, like maybe someone helped you through a severe crisis a decade ago.
Oh, so you feel permanently obligated to them.
Right, no matter how draining they become today.
Or you're trapped by the network itself, like sorority ties or a tight-knit office.
Mhm.
You can't just distance yourself from one person without losing your entire social safety net.
And zooming out, society just leaves us entirely unequipped to handle this. I mean, we have incredibly well-defined scripts for romantic breakups. We know the steps, we know what to say.
That's so true, but we have almost zero cultural literacy for ending a friendship. We just stay out of pure confusion,
Exactly. Fortunately, though, the sources do offer some escape routes.
right? Like simply setting clear boundaries.
Mhm.
Apparently that works for about 60% of people, making them feel significantly better.
And for highly sensitive individuals, clinicians actually suggest a technique called shielding.
Which is visualizing a protective barrier of light.
Right, it sounds a bit woo-woo, but biologically, this cognitive boundary setting acts as a form of therapy. It signals your amygdala to stand down, which stops that harmful cortisol drip.
That is fascinating.
Broadly, just building trust within your wider community really reduces that fear-based, myopic decision-making that keeps you tied to just one bad friend.
So what does this all mean for you? It means auditing your social circle isn't just self-care. It's literally a medical necessity.
Hmm.
You have to prioritize relationship quality over quantity for the sake of your cells.
Because protecting your boundaries really is protecting your biology.
Absolutely. But I want to leave you with one final thought to mull over. We know our epigenetic clocks can be sped up by these draining relationships, right?
Mhm.
So if our mirror neurons are so powerful that internalizing a friend's negativity ages our DNA, could intentionally surrounding ourselves exclusively with overly delusional optimists trick those same epigenetic clocks into reversing our aging? Something to think about.